Full Velocity TV begins now.
And your source for esports racing is live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Full Velocity Racing Network, part 3 of a big triple header here this evening. Still on our dirt track, the Charlotte Motor Speedway, where we have taken residence tonight, and now we have the DWR Eichstedt Wraps UMP Modified Series coming up next on the docket here live via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Phil Lacasse here. Tom Stanton will join me here shortly. Jack Chewin still on the controls as he has been all night long. And we turn our attention now back to the UMP Modifieds where we started the night. We're going to finish up the night here once again with the UMPs as qualifying is now to its completion. Our hard motorsports quick time of the evening in qualifying goes to Joshua Peacock. What just an amazing lap he just put down there. I think it was lost the times on my screen, but if I go back there and retrieve it, he beat the field by about a tenth and a half. It was pretty impressive lap there for Joshua Peacock at number 61. He is going to lead heat race number 1 out to the racetrack with the number 06 of Matthew Everett alongside. In row number 2, we find Bubba Tyson Pancow aboard car number 91 with Jim Revis in the number 21. He'll roll off on the outside of row 1. Row number 3, the 67 of Sawyer Swiatek, the number 6 car of Ryan Bronson on the outside of the 3rd row. And in our 4th and final row, Justin Gledhill aboard car number 51, and the showstopper, Jamie Massey, our most recent winner here in the Street Stocks. He rolls off in the 8th and final position. Heat races here in the UMPs, 10 laps in distance, so 2 more laps extra than we're usually been doing here all night long, and I believe next time we're going to get racing action underway. Of course, the Full Velocity Racing Network is not possible without great sponsors like Hanover Record Service, iRacing iFlag, Voiles Trucking, BladeNode.com, South Texas Speedway, Montstar Productions, TDR Racing League, Hard Motorsports, Trash Panda Graphics, Evil One Graphics, and Full Throttle with the Gent over on YouTube. Tremendous partners we have here on the network, as are all of you that watch us here night after night live via Facebook Live, YouTube, or Twitch TV. The field about to go racing this time off of turn number 4, Josh Peacock. Matt Everett's going to be the front row. iRacing, iFlag, green flag goes in the air. We are racing off into turn number 1. Peacock going to drive the 61 down deep into the corner here through 1 and 2. Battle going on now for that second spot is holding on there off the outside pole. Is going to be Matt Everett to the 06. Tyson Pancow is 91. He's going to look to the low side. They'll go door to door for second off of the 4th turn to complete lap number 1. It's all Josh Peacock out in front of this one, but they're still door to door. Position number 2. Tyson down to the inside of Matt in the 06, put down Bubba. Tyson Pancow going to roll up into that second spot off the 4th turn. They'll stay back in a double file formation. Racetrack has went through a whole bunch of change here tonight. We've seen the top lane, we've seen the low side, the middle side. Now this one here early on looks like 2 good groups to start the night. Back up for the UMP Modifieds. Give Tyson Pancow the spot over Matt Everett, and that 4th place running car off of the corner. That number 67, Sawyer Swiatek, doing a really good job there in that black 67. He's looking there to the low side, running in P4 now over into turn number 3 and 4. But up front, it is all Joshua Peacock leading this field to the 61. But look at Bubba there. That 91 of Tyson Pancow going to look to the bottom here, this time to the east end of the racetrack in 1 and 2. Slides up the hill, can't make that grip stick. The outside lane, so far so good for the 61 car, up through the corner, off down to put halfway home here, 5 in. 5 laps to go here in heat race number 1. Josh Peacock continuing to lead. Pan count out right in the middle. Look at Matt Everts of the 06. He's going to try his hand down to the low side of the racetrack there as they're going to go back side by side, racing on for P2 off the fourth corner. You can see almost hitting the U tire down there. It was that 06 and Matt Everts. He'll fall back in line there, hopefully behind the 91. No, he's going to keep his foot in the gas and keep that battle raging on there for that second spot down the back chute into turn number 3. Good run so far. Tonight's Har Motorsports quick time went to our race leader aboard that 61, and he's got the field pulled by 5 car lengths this time down into turn number 1 and 2, and this time by as he hits start finish line. We're going to see 2 to go on the field, 2 more trips around the 410 mile for that 61 car off of the corner. That 2 to go going to go down, 2 sticks down from the starter stand, and Josh Peacock looking to claim checker flag here in heat race number 1. Matt Everts now looks like he's going to win that battle there for 2, but Pankow going to fight back on the outside. Good racing up here inside the top 3. Kind of really quiet behind these guys for 4th on back, but we find 4th. Sawyer Swiatek, you got Jim Revis there in the 21, Ryan Bronson, Justin Gledhill rounding out our 7-car field, but we are on the final lap and into 3 and 4 for the final time. One more trip down low for the 06, and Matt Everett's going to come up short. Josh Peacock will take down the win. In heat race number 1, Matt Everett's in for 2. Sawyer Swiatek going to finish up 3rd. Tyson Pankow late bobble. He'll finish up 4th. Jim Revis with 5th. Ryan Bronson and Justin Gledhill making up our 7-car field there for heat race number 1. I'll put the call out there now to see through my communication. Todd Stanton, you with me yet? You ready to rock? What you working on down there?
Still working on a couple things there, Phil. Just be ready to rock here in just a moment. Just trying to get this new widget fired up, and didn't get to do it last time. Trying to get it this time, but it's still not working with me. So it might not be possible. We're going to try it here for another couple minutes, and hopefully it does.
All right. Well, we'll let you get working on that. We'll stick with it for heat race number 2, as you covered my butt here a little while ago for the Sunday shootout. Was I had a whole lot of mechanical issues going on here. Had to restart the entire rig. That took for what seemed like forever to get out there. But what do you say we dive into the lineup here for heat race number 2? On the pole, going to be car number 10, racing Jason Salter on the pole, and alongside in the 117, that is Derek Dubry. In row number 2, the number 73 car is Stephen Moore with the 420. Speedy E, Eric Elmore, rolling off on the outside of the second row. Row number 3, the 24 car of Brenton Huff with the number 13 car of Caleb Ramsey. And rounding out our field here will be the 78 of Steven Redunes with the 012, or I believe going to be 11 car on the screen for you, will be Braden Richards. So I believe he may have an 11, maybe a 12 on there, not exactly sure. Or even a 27. Oh, only 7 out there. All right, so it looks like only 7 cars going to make the call here for heat race number 2. The call was for 8, but I do only see 7 out there. So, yeah, maybe that's what's happening. But Jason Salter, Derek Dubry are going to lead the field here for heat race number 2 as we work our way down the back straightaway, where we'll see the iRacing.com safety truck pull toward the infield, and that means we're half a lap away from firing these things back under green flag conditions. So do not go anywhere, because heat race number 2 is a quarter turn away as you see iRacing, flag, green flag up in the air. We are racing off into turn number 1. Jason Salter going to lead the field over Derek Dubry. Stephen Moore there, that 3rd car down to the inside. He's going to try to make way around Dubry on the high side. Not going to happen there. Is Dubry going to fall back in there for the 2nd spot? Moore going to continue to run the low side. They'll track race off of 4, give Dubry the spot, but Jason Salter, the Trash Panda graphics machine, he's going to lead the field off of turn number 2. 2 car lengths over Dubry. Stephen Moore there for 3rd, but look at the car down to the inside there, running in the 4th spot. That'll be Eric Elmore, that number 420 Twisted Motorsports machine. He has got that thing digging to the low side and smoking the competition with down low. Is that 420 as they work off of turn number 2, door to door between himself and Stephen Moore, racing alongside into 3. Eric will drive it in a little bit deep, and does he make that pass stick? Looks like he may. He slams the door shut off the 3rd turn. Put now Eric Elmore up to the 3rd spot as we hit turns number 1 and 2. Can he chase down race leader Jason Salter, or maybe right ahead Derek Dubry in the 117? Eric going to try his hand down to the low side through turns number 3 and 4. See if he can't pull up alongside. Not this time off the 4th turn, but Dubry going to continue to run high. Elmore going to try to fight for that real estate down low, trying to make it happen as Jason Salter's lead now up to 0.6 of a second here into turn number 3 and 4. 10 car doing a heck of a job as we stay side by side for P2 with Derek Dubry and the 420 of Eric Elmore. Is Elmore now going to slide up the hill, may let Dubry ride away a little bit. as we get a 3-car breakaway up front. Brett Huff there in the 24. He's going to ride fourth with Caleb Ramsey. Steven Reduce. Stephen Moore has dropped all the way back to the 7th position. So what was a good, solid, effort out of the gate. Heat race number 2 now is turned upside down for the driver of the 73. But we're running out of laps here this time by. Get a complete lap number 7. So far, so good for that Trash Panda Graphics number 10 of Jason Salter. But now a position change for the second spot put Eric Elmore now up to P2 around Derek DeVries. These guys raced out into 3 and 4. We're starting to throw a little bit of slide jobs here to finish up heat race number 2 is off the corner. We get white flag in the air. One more trip around for the Trash Panda Graphics number 10 machine of Jason Salter, who has about 10 car lengths on the field here, off of 2 and a 3 for the final time here in heat race number 2. Give the race win to Jason Salter. The drama is here for second. Eric Elmore going to beat Derek DeVries for that runner-up spot. Caleb Ramsey going to finish up 4th. Brett Hoff 5th. Steven Radoon. Stephen Moore running our 7-car field here for heat race number 2. Great run there by Salter. He really shows that he's going to be one of the dominant cars here tonight at the dirt track of the Charlotte Motor Speedway. So terrific job by all these guys. It's heat race number 2 in the books. Heat race number 3 is coming up next as they start gridding down their trackside. We'll go for a little bit of a progress update. There is a We'll throw it down to our full velocity booth down there where Jack is, and I know Todd's down there working behind the scenes as well. Todd, how you doing on that widget? How's it coming?
Almost got her fired up here, so it's taking a little bit of time. Now once I get this ready, then it'll be all good.
All right, well, just a little progress report there as I look over to the Facebook Live chat. We see there are 2003 buddy James Moore checking in, also Justin Pruitt. And also our buddy there, Shane Weinmiller, who has done a whole lot of camera work for us here the last couple of days here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. Shane joining the staff here as our contributors, and can't thank him enough for his help. As said, any contribution made to us, guys, we will take them all. We're not going to turn any away because we're only a small group, and it's all about all of you out there. You guys make this all happen for us. Any contribution is absolutely welcome. That'll make us go around here on your source for esports racing. Is Eichstedt Wraps UMP Modifieds heat race number 3. Going to roll out to the racetrack now, so let's take you through a spin through a lineup. On the pole aboard car number 14 is RJ Klein with the number 010 machine of Casey Brunson on the outside of the front row. In row number 2, the Eichstedt Wraps number 12, Eric Eichstedt on the inside with the 146 of Adam Stevens on the outside of row number 2. Row 3, the 07 is Justin Pruitt. We're going to hope not texting and driving. With the number 71 of Daniel Stiflin, the Iceman on the outside in row number 3, and the number 073 of Steve Robbins will round out our 7-car field here tonight. So pretty good little field of cars here. I count 21 cars maybe in the pit area. We're about to go racing here off of turn number 4 as we have the iRacing.com safety truck. He is peeled off the racing surface. They're going to put us here to the field in turn number 3 and 4. We'll be finding RJ Klein. Casey Brunson going to lead the field. iRacing, I flag, green flag up in the air, and we are back to it at the 410 Smile in Concord, North Carolina. Dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. RJ Klein going to get that good run off of turn number 2. He's going to take the race lead, but look at that. Really good run for Casey Brunson up high. He may chase him down a couple of car lengths off of the second corner. Eric Eichstedt already, the number 12 car. That awesome looking ride there. The Eichstedt Wraps number 12, Electric Eric racing up to the 3rd spot. Well, he's going to battle on his hands there as it's Adam Stevens, the 146. Adams now, he was going to look to the low side through 3 and 4. Almost hit the Ute tire down there. Almost impeded his run completely. A good run back there between the 12 and the 146. Eichstedt able to hold on to P3 up front. It is still RJ Klein, number 14, over Casey Brunson. Go back a second and a half where you find Eric Eichstedt in 3rd. Justin Pruitt, Adam Stevens now drop back to the 5th spot. Steve Robbins and Dan Stifler rounding out our 7-car field. Into turn number 3, RJ Klein. He's put a half-second advantage between himself and the 0-10 of Casey Brunson early on in this one, as we're going to put 4 of 10 on the board. So far, so good for the driver of car number 14 as he is just riding off in the sunset here, putting what looks like almost 10 car lengths over Casey Brunson this time into turn number 3. Eric Eichstedt there still running in the 3rd spot. Justin Pruitt going to continue his stranglehold on P4, but look at the 146, Adam Stevens. He is tucked a little to the back of the 07 down to the turn number 1 and 2 as all these cars now starting to migrate up to the top lane of the racetrack. And we saw this earlier on tonight in the street stock division, as well as here in the UMP Modified Race to Donate Life fundraiser we did here a little while ago. top lane in Charlotte has been the place to be for the middle part of the evening, and they are all stuck up there right now, and it's kind of making for no drama out there on the racetrack as we're still stuck all against the wall. Nobody able to make the move down low, maybe make a too-wide race for anything. RJ Klein still just expanding his lead. Now, last time by, it was 9/10 of a second. Now down to 5/10 of a second. There's now contact over in turn number 1 and 2. I saw Adam Stevens around with the 07 of Justin Pruitt, so there was issues over in turn 1 and 2, but we are going to stay all green here so far. As it looked like the short end of the stick came Pruitt and Stevens, put Steve Robbins now up to the 4th spot behind Eric Eichstedt. But you look way up in the distance up there, you see RJ Klein racing the lead, but Casey Brunson beginning to run him down as we got a white flag here in Charlotte in the turn number 1 and 2. RJ Klein versus Casey Brunson with one more run to make down the back straightaway into turn number 3. It's closed up a little bit off the corner. Checker flag in the air, and it looks like it's going to be RJ Klein picking up the win here in heat race number 3. Casey Brunson in for 2nd. Eric Eichstadt going to take 3rd. Steve Robbins in for 4th. Justin Pruitt will finish up 5th with Daniel Stifler and Adam Stevens rounding out our 7-car field. So I believe that is going to do it here for heat racing action. We're going to wait and see where the beauty of what iRacing is going to do to take us next, and it looks like we are going to do a little bit of suit with a B main here tonight. 15-lap B main. We are going to send 10 cars into the feature event. So let's take a gander of what our lineup is going to look like. How many cars are going to run in the B? It's got 10 listed. So, hey, what do you say we call it a 15-lap test and tune for these guys to try to improve their position for the A main? I'll take it down to the booth once again. How we working down there, Todd?
Working pretty good there. We got the poll out there for hashtag Team Phil and hashtag Team Todd out there. So the poll, make sure you select your options there for the Uke tire. If you're against the Uke tire, if you think a wall is much better, or if you think a Uke tire is better, it saves more damage on your car rather than a wall, like I do. That's hashtag Team Phil, hashtag Team Todd. If you're with the Uke tires, or if you're against the Uke tires, it's hashtag Team Phil.
All right, Team Phil, you're with them. Team Todd, you want to get rid of them if you're Team Phil. You want to stay with the Uke tires. You be Team Todd. We'll debate that forever and a day. As I look over to Facebook Live and I see Brett Wheeler has joined in. Brett, great to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. As he says, he's not going to decide. He says hashtag Team Both. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works, but hey, we'll let Brett out there. Brett's a good guy. We got no problems with Brett at all. We'll let him say Team Both. We'll debate this back and forth. But what do you say, Todd? You ready to do some racing action with us?
I'm thinking so here. We're just we're looking at why we're not working here. But yeah, we're good to go now.
All right, so let's take you through the lineup here for the B main tonight on the pole. Number 21, the evil one, Jim Revis, with the number 24 of Brenton Huff. In row number 2, the 07 of Justin Pruitt. The number 6 is Ryan Bronson as we go green flag racing with Steven Radunes, Daniel Stifler, Justin Gledhill, Adam Stevens. Going to be our 8-car field here. So the call was put for 10. We have 8. They are all going to advance onto the A main, and we are racing off through turn number 3 and 4 to complete lap number 1. Jim Revis going to lead the field off the pole.
Jim Revis doing a fantastic job aboard the number 21 machine, the 07 machine of Justin Pruitt, running in that 2nd spot. 3rd is Brenton Hoff in that number 24. 4th is the number 78, Steven Dunes, and Daniel Stifler round out your top 5 as they're right now. And Stifler around in a knot with the number 71 machine. Not sure what happened to Daniel Stifler. I believe we're still going to stay. He just drove it in deep and all by himself around. Don't think that brought out a yellow flag. Don't think yellow flags count here in this particular B main, but the 21 of Jim Revis still leading this event. Tough break for the number 71 of Daniel Stifler, though. Phil said everybody makes it in here tonight, so everybody making it into the feature, but fantastic racing. The better you finish in this B main, the better your spot's obviously going to be in the A main.
Everybody gets a participation trophy here in the B main. We're not turning anybody away. They're all going to race the feature. You saw Kevin Harvick's car there at Charlotte last night. He had that little trophy on the side of the car that you participated. Everybody wins. I'm not sure where that goes in this world, but hey, we'll leave that for another day. Maybe another discussion. Maybe another hashtag Team Phil something. We'll talk about it. Well, we got Jim Revis leading, Justin Pruitt, Brenton Huff there running in the 3rd spot. Steven Radunes having a really good night. 78 running P4, and Adam Stevens off a rough ride in his heat race, Todd. 146 there, running comfortably in the top 5 as we are on lap number 6, 15-lap B main.
A nice 15-lap B main going on right now with Jim Revis at the top spot. Look at Gledhill, that number 51 machine down at the bottom side there, getting crossed up. Gledhill is rather quick here. I'm not sure, Phil, but duct tape numbers on the side of that 51 machine as Jim Revis still continues to lead.
He's got it duct taped, and he's trying to race his way the hard way back to the lead lap off the corner. And is there a such thing as sliding up on dirt in front of the leader? I mean, is that etiquette there? I mean, I know an asphalt really not a good idea, but if you're Jim Revis having a lap car of Justin Gledhill, I don't care if you're a good buddy, he's racing alongside. Does a lap car you deserve to race you that hard up there for the lead, Todd?
Oh, you tire, 51.
Uke tire struck again. That's why they make no sense on these dirt tracks. I'm telling you, he hits that tire, that car is destroyed around the knot. Unnecessary carnage. You don't want him down there. Put a wall. We've learned walls work. Uke tires don't. Hashtag Team Phil. Todd, your stupid tire did it again.
Yeah, but you go back and look at Justin Gledhill. Still able to run. He's still out there. He's got a little bit of a bent bumper.
Same thing at a wall.
Yeah,
He'll bounce off the wall and keep going.
Yeah, he just bounced off the wall there, just a tad bit, but it looks like it caused a little bit more damage. This time to the right front, it's starting to buckle in as the wall's just a tad bit harder than maybe one of those Uke tires hitting those. I've hit both of those racing in real life, and I rather hit a Uke tire than a concrete wall.
I'd rather hit the concrete wall on the outside or even on the inside. Knowing it's down there is going to deter me from going down there. The Uke tires are just too dang inviting because maybe there's a shot at tequila in the middle of that thing. You never kind of know what is in those stupid things, but Justin Gledhill's car all tore up, but good enough here, Todd. Next time by, we're going to get 2 to go for the 21 car of Jim Revis, who continues to lead here over Justin Pruitt, Brett Huff, Steve Radunes, Adam Stevens, Ryan Bronson, your 6 cars on the lead lap. Justin Gledhill somehow, someway, miraculously only 1 lap down. Daniel Stifler pulled his in. He's now 11 laps down, 8-car field, all chasing Jim Revis. This time, Byton is going to see white flag on the field.
I got to see white flag, like you said, on the field is Jim Revis in that number 21 machine doing a fantastic job here. And this B main is he's motoring around through the corner here. And he's just checked out from the rest of the field. Pruitt right now running in that second spot. But Jim Revis going to take down the B main here off of turn number 4. The number 21 Evil One Graphics. Jim Revis taking down the victory here in the B main. Justin Pruitt for 2. For 3 is going to be Brenton Hoff, Steve Radunes, Adam Stevens, Ryan Bronson, Justin Gledhill, and Daniel Stifler. Round out your 8 cars left running here in the B main.
All right, so that is going to do it for the consolation race and all our qualifications, which means only one thing more left to do, and that is a 40-lap main event for the Eichstedt Wraps UMP Modifieds over here at DWR. Going to say special thanks again to the sponsors we have over here. Hanover Record Service, iRacing iFlag, Voiles Trucking, BladeNode.com, South Texas Speedway. Also going to thank Jake over at Montstar Productions, TDR Racing League, Hard Motorsports, Trash Panda Graphics, Evil One Graphics, and Full Throttle with the Gent. I thought, Todd, we had a warm-up session coming, but these guys have decided this racetrack is already in this awful condition. Let's go out there for a 40-lap feature event and see if we can mix it up. So what do you say? Let's go trackside, take a shot at our starting lineup.
And now your starting lineup here for the Modifieds here, the Eichstedt Wraps Modifieds here, dirt track of Charlotte. Starting on the pole, driving the number 61 H&L sponsored machine, that's Josh Peacock and his dancing partner outside, driving the Trash Panda Graphics. Number 10, that's Racing Jason Salter aboard the number 10 machine.
Row number 2 on the inside, we find the driver of car number 14, that is RJ Klein, and alongside in the 06, Matt Efforts.
Rolling off in the 5th starting position, driving the 420, that's Easy E. Eric Elmore and his dancing brother outside, driving the 010, that's Casey Brunson. Brunson aboard the 010.
Tonight aboard car number 67, the Donate Life fundraiser racing machine, that is Sawyer Swiatek, and alongside in the 117, that is Derek Dupree.
Next row back in the Eichstedt Wraps number 12 machine. That's the electric one, Eric Eichstedt, aboard the number 12 machine, rolling off in the 9th starting position and driving outside in the number 91 machine. That's Tyson Pankow.
Next row back on the inside, going to be the 13 of Caleb Ramsey, flanked by the 073. That's Steve Robbins, starting 12th.
Jim Revis going to roll off in the 13th starting position in that number 21, and Justin Pruitt going to roll off 14th aboard the 07.
Brenton Huff aboard the number 24. Steven Radunes in the 78. Adam Stevens in the 146. Ryan Bronson's number 6. Justin Gledhill the 51. Daniel Stifler's number 71. Braden Richards in the 012. And Jamie Massey aboard the 62. 22 cars scheduled to start the main event. The pace truck is in. This time do 3 and 4, Todd. Pull those belts tight one more time because, buddy, it is time to go racing.
Green flag, the iRacing I flag. Green flag is out. We're racing down into turn number 1, and we already got cars going around and scattering themselves around. And, man, they're able to keep it under control. The 073 machine, man, Phil, I thought he was going to go around in a knot. But Josh Peacock in that number 61 leads the charge as of right now. The generation Jason Salter running in that second spot. Third is Matthew Everts aboard the 06 here. They come down the back straightway into turn number 3.
Yeah, they're going to be single file there for the top 3 positions. You got a couple there running the top. You got first car out of the bottom is going to be Everts in the 06. He's going to look below the 10 car of Jason Salter. And Jason showed a lot of speed in his heat race, Todd. He won that thing going away. Joshua Peacock, tonight's Hard Motorsports quick time. He continues to pace the field. We know he is quick. We'll look at the run for Matt Everts. He's going to low side of Salter. Drag race for the second spot down the front stretch.
A nice drag race going on there between Everts and the generation Jason Salter to the top shot for the Speedway, the Twisted Motorsports. A number 06 machine of Matthew Everts down to the bottom side. Caution flag going to fly here. The Hanover Wrecker Service yellow flag coming out over the field. And I see the cars just sitting up top there, Phil, as those guys were flashing by.
Yeah, they did. And I wasn't exactly sure who it was, but I think, I'm not sure if it was 71 of Stifler over there. I think Steven Radunes may have been stopped over there, and maybe even Bronson's number 6 had a piece of it. So yellow flag here, number 1 of the night. Brought to you by Hanover Wrecker Service, and Jack's going to go to work and show you off a full velocity racing replay presented by our friends over at BladeNode.com. Simple web solutions powered by nerds. You need some VPS servers, dedicated servers, or even something as simple as web hosting for your great website. Well, check out their website now, BladeNode.com, and if you use promo code FVRN, you will get 25% off your first monthly or yearly contract. Check those guys out now at BladeNode.com. Todd, what'd you go back and find there with a replay?
Well, all started with Steven Radunes aboard the 78 machine, got in hot and heavy, got into the side of Robbins in the 073 machine, Steve Robbins, and then all of a sudden contact ensued with the 71 of Daniel Stifler. I believe that is the number 51 of Gledhill, the number 6 of Bronson involved in this one. Oh, man, tough break for those drivers. The 71 around in a knot, too. 78 Radunes gets to keep going, though, and the other cars just sitting there still. Fell a little bit of damage to each one of those cars.
Sure is. Steve got into Steve, and it was on like Donkey Kong over there in the corner. Yellow flag, number 1 of the night now. On lap number 7, we are getting set to go back to racing. Josh Peacock, Jason Salter going to be your front row. Matt Everts, RJ Klein, they're going to make up row number 2. Looking for the iRacing I flag. Green flag to return to the Speedway. We are off back racing. Josh Peacock going to explode there into turn 1. The race already on for 2. Everts to the low side of Jason Salter. Advantage 06 car headed toward turn 3.
Yeah, don't count out Sawyer Swatek in the number 67 machine. He's been letting it dig down on the bottom side quietly, methodically, making his way up to the top 5 there. And he is down below the number 14 of RJ Klein, but great battle, like you said, Phil, going on for that second spot as racing Jason Salter pounds the wall just a little bit. Coming off the corner here to turn number 3. The 06 of Everts down to the bottom side, letting it dig down there, letting the catfishing going on down there in the 06 machine, able to get around Salter there momentarily, but you can see he gets crossed up. Yellow flag, the Hanover Wrecker Service yellow flag number 3 going to come out in the evening.
Yeah, third one of the night now, working lap number 10 around the Speedway, and I'm not sure where this one started from. I was watching this battle back here with Eric Delmore. He almost put it 3 wide. It took my breath away on this start there, but yellow flag out on the racetrack. BladeNode.com, full velocity instant replay. I think the evil one, Todd, Jim Revis Mavis, had his night turned upside down by hitting the wall. And that's what you're supposed to hit the wall, and I bet you that car kept on going.
At 21, going to look at what was going on here, and he had a lot of damage to that machine as the whole right side ripped off, flipped up over, and over probably 6 times there. And I'm going to tell you, the left front, he just dug into the ground. The rear end broke. Had to have a tow truck to the pits here. And you hit a Uke tire. Sometimes you don't have to call that tow truck. You hit a wall, you call the tow truck, you go into the pits, and you have to get the damage fixed. So the 21 of Jim Revis down on pit road. Going to get it fixed, though, Phil, but going to make his way back out there. But he had to succumb to the wall, and he flipped. He almost did a turtle there, but he landed back on his wheels.
But see, you hit the wall on the outside. That's kind of what their purpose is on the outside. You put a Uke tire out there, you're going to get carnage. You know what, Todd? Pretty soon iRacing is going to introduce us to no wall on the outside. I'm looking forward to that because we see guys up there trying to make grip on the wall. What's going to happen when there's no wall there or even no Uke tire to save them? They're going to go off into La La Land. That's going to be fun to watch. I'm looking forward to that new update when those tracks come out here. I believe they said in September.
Yeah, definitely going to look forward to that one, Phil. As the question's going to build up there at a lot of those types of tracks in the Dirt Track Racing 2 stables there for Ratbag Games. So cannot wait to see that because there's a lot of people always off in the jingwees, and it's going to happen probably here in the iRacing community. It's green flag, the iRacing, I flag, green flag back out in the air. The 61 of Josh Peacock to the advantage once again, but I tell you what, that Twisted Motorsports 06 machine not going away, racing hot and heavy for that second spot. He dives down to the bottom side, now trying to go for the race lead, but the 10 of Racing Jason Salter just had that momentum on the top shelf of the speedway, able to hold on to second there at the line.
Yeah, but they're going to slow down once again as Swaytech was having a heck of a run down there, digging on the low side, running in the 4th spot, but caution flag going to slow us again here on the lap number 15, and I think we're getting a little tired of seeing that yellow hanky waving over the field. So, Todd, as we're approaching halfway, it may be time to page Dr. Green for some elixir for this yellow fever because we don't want to eye-pace, we want to eye-race because yellow flag has greeted us once again. A BladeNode.com instant replay is going to show it off, and I think old Bubba there, Tyson Pankow, found the wall, and the wall is going to win every time you hit it. But the good news is it's probably going to bounce off it. Probably a little bit of damage, but he's probably going to keep going and for the most part, maybe mainly be okay.
Quite a bit of damage to the 91's right side, I should say, of Tyson Pankow. It looks like he just ran out of real estate there, slapped the wall there with the right side. He did his best rendition of wall riding over there, up by the catch fence there. Comes back down to a rest there. A little bit of damage, probably a shock or something broke there. The number 91 machine, the camp, he's probably going to go down to pit road, get his damage assessed, and be back out there with the field.
All right, well, he's going to have to do so, but the call has come down from the starter stand. We are going to go single file restarts, and I think that's a terrific call as we have been plagued by yellow flag racing here in the Eichstadt Wraps UMP Modified Series. A cool little 3-race segment these guys have put together, and thanks to Eric Eichstadt for stepping up at Eichstadt Wraps and sponsoring this great series. But I love UMP racing, and it's almost cool, Todd, because DWR, we know, a street stock league first and foremost. But it is really neat to see these guys come out and dabble out into something different.
Yeah, definitely nice to see these guys come out and dabble in something different and be able to race these cars and see what they're able to do. And right now, the H&L number 61 of Josh Peacock leading, Matthew Everts for 2, and Jason Salter. Those guys normally up top anyway in the street stock division, doing pretty well here in the UMP Modifieds as the green flag comes back out. We're racing down here to turn number 1. Not quite halfway home, but Josh Peacock leads the charge once again. Matthew Everts for 2 as Salter was slipped by the number 67 of Sawyer Swaytech, but Salter back down to the bottom side, slide job up in front of the number 67 machine, switch over move, crossover maneuver by the 67 down to the bottom side. Oh, I think he's slugging it too hard there. He's a little bit out of shape as he's going to have to give up a little bit of track position there to the number 10 machine, but able to pull up alongside of him down the straightaway into turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, that was a good little cross up there for the Swaytech machine as did that race behind them going up. R.J. Klein and Derek Dubry. Eric Elmore also a good one, but we're going to be slowed by yellow flag again here as we just hit halfway. 21 laps, so 40 on the board. Yellow flag, I believe, number 6 here. And, man, it's unfortunate for these guys. These guys usually don't have races that are plagued by caution flags like this, but we have found one here tonight for our part 3 of our triple header here in Charlotte. Head of record service caution flag out, and that's going to put us back under a full velocity instant replay sponsored by BladeNode.com. Todd, what the heck did you find this time?
Well, I was thinking Jim Revis, but Jim Revis down to, it was the number 21 of Jim Revis and the number 51 machine of Justin Gledhill. Glenn Hill getting into the side of Jim Revis. Revis hard into the outside wall, spins down through the infield once again. So Jim Revis had to call for a tow truck as more damage after hitting the wall after he had tons of damage before. Going to go back down and visit his pit crew. Already 6 laps down.
Yeah, he is 6 laps down, riding back there aboard car number 21. But we're going to get set up here for, I believe, restart coming up here with Josh Peacock, Matt Everett, Sawyer Swatek, Jason Salter, and RJ Klein, your top 5. Derek Debris, Casey Brunson, Justin Pruitt, Caleb Ramsey, and Adam Stevens going to make up the balance of the top 10 as they work through turns number 3 and 4. And looks like lights will go out around the 410th mile here in Charlotte one more time. So I want to say hello once again. Got to thank our sponsor out there once again. They do so much for us. And how about, the likes of Voiles Trucking coming aboard here to the Full Velocity Racing Network? Caught a lot of people by surprise. Kathy and Brian Voiles, some really great people. They do commercial freight there. Anything you need, no job too big or too small. Look them up today at Voiles Trucking on Facebook. Brian and Kathy Voiles, they do a lot for sim racing. We thank them for coming aboard here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. You hope to represent them well. Great people doing great things. Check them out today at Voiles Trucking as the iRacing iFlag green flag returns to the racetrack, caught on lap number 25.
Yeah, lap number 25 as Josh Peacock assumes the lead again. Pole going up there. Last poll was in favor of hashtag Team Todd, 56% to 44% Team Phil. So we'll keep trying that here. Now the next poll up there, who's going to win this race? Peacock, Everett, and Salter. Those are the top 3. And then I put other. We have the champion for other as we got a wreck over there in the turn. It looks like Salter won around. I just put up that poll, Phil. And there was 2 votes for Jason Salter in that one.
Well, I don't know. He just got bounced around like a ping pong ball over here in turn number 3 and 4. I think it all started. I know Sawyer Swatek 67 car got spun around, and what I couldn't tell from where I was if he had help there or not, but all I know was he spun up there into the path of Jason Salter with 10, and Jason went for a wild tumble, landed on the wheels, and also got T-boned again. So on BladeNote.com, Full Velocity Network replay, looks like there was a little nudge there from Matt Everett in the 06, sending Sawyer around, so that sets up a wild ride there. Got to thank you guys at BladeNote.com for sponsoring us here on the Full Velocity Racing Network with the instant replays. And I'll tell you what, Todd, the guys at Hannibal Record Service, Tyler and the gang, they're getting an awful lot of TV time over here today at DWR because this is yellow flag number 7. We are only on lap number 28. I think the pace truck may win this race here tonight. This thing doesn't change.
Yeah, definitely watching the votes come in there, Phil, for the top person who they think is going to win this race out of those and then other. And right now, they still have Jason Salter atop that one with 3 votes. And Salter's going to have to restart this race, Phil, rather far back, the 15th position. So we'll see if Salter can motor himself way through. Right now, 50% of the vote going to Jason Salter. Peacock coming in with 33% of the vote, another 17% of the vote. Nobody's picking Matt Everett in the 06.
Nope. Nobody picking Matt, and I think Matt's a pretty trendy pick there as well, running in the 2nd spot. He has shown that Twisted Motorsports machine to have a lot of speed in it, so keep an eye on Matt there. But Josh Peacock, Matt Everett, RJ Klein, Sawyer Swatek, and Casey Brunson now finding his way over the top 5 as we're getting out of laps here tonight. 29 of 40 on the board, off turn number 4, iRacing, iFlag, green flag back in the air. Josh Peacock in a single file formation going to lead the field back into 1.
Has the 61 machine able to hold on here. We're going to come into 10 laps to go. Matthew Everett's running in 2nd. 3rd is going to be the 14 of RJ Klein. Sawyer Swatek running in that 4th position, but he's under heavy pressure from the 010 of Casey Brunson. Brunson's looked down to the bottom side. Is the yellow flag going to slow down this field once again here at the dirt track of Charlotte?
Yep, yellow flag number 8. That's an ugly, crooked number to put on the board. 8th yellow flag on lap number 31. And I know we have worn out the Hannibal Record Service yellow flag out there. I know we've really represented the BladeNote.com people here tonight with caution flag number 8. A replay going to show. It looks like Caleb Ramsey going around it or not, and it looks like he may have also got tangled up with the 07 of Justin Pruitt around over there.
Yep, the 07 of Justin Pruitt getting into the backside of the number 13 of Ramsey. Ramsey goes around, and there wasn't a lot of contact, but it was enough. And then he got a free ride on the hood of the 07 of Pruitt to 12 of Eric Eichstedt involved in that one. Innocent bystander, a lot of damage to the number 13 of Caleb Ramsey.
Yeah, innocent bystander, but yeah, that nonetheless doesn't make you feel any better. You're innocent. Your car is still tore up, and that definitely stinks. Caleb Ramsey, number 13. Looks like Justin Pruitt going to bring his pit side. Looks like his night going to be done here in Charlotte. Season out there parading for the better part of 3 events here this evening, as we all are. And I think we're all a little bit tired, a little bit wary. But we're going to bring this one to its conclusion, as I believe this time around the Speedway, the lights will go out around the 4/10 mile dirt track at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. So we thank a lot of our sponsors out there tonight. How about our buddy Jeff Brown over at iRacing iFlag? You got to get one of these iFlags. Telemetry widgets, pit assistance, all this great stuff over there. You will no doubt get an upper hand on the competition. Check him out today, iRacingIFlag.com. And thank you to Jeff Brown for all he does for us and the entire iRacing community, Todd, because those iFlags, man, they make a cool addition to your sim racing rig. You got to pick one up now if you don't have one yet. I've seen them. They look really neat. If I was out there racing, I would no doubt go to Jeff Brown for all his assistance, because those things, they work.
And they definitely put you a level above every competition out there. So they'll put you a notch above the competition. As green flag comes out, the iRacing iFlag green flag. Matthew Everett's down to the bottom side there in the 06 machine, trying to fight with the number 61 of Peacock. Side-by-side battle for the top spot. Who's going to be off of turn number 4 with 5 laps there remaining. It looks like the 06 going to just barely nip him at the line that time, Phil. But, man, it was just that close.
It is really close, and Everett's now going to keep it running down to the low side in 3 and 4. Peacock's got the momentum up high, but low side may be beginning to come in there for the 06 as he is down there. Nobody picked Matt Everett to win this thing. I think that would have been a good pick if somebody put it out there, but he's going to slide up the racetrack, maybe close the door on Peacock into 3. Called Matt Everett. He's the new race leader. He's cleared Josh Peacock. 06 now leading. Here comes R.J. Klein to the fight in the 14. He's going to look to the low side of the 61 here off of 2.
Definitely magic, Phil. We have 1 vote for Matthew Everett, 4 votes for Josh Peacock, 3 for Salter, and 1 vote for other here. So somebody did vote for the 06 machine of Matthew Everett. You can't change your votes now. It wouldn't be fair. Popsicle sticks up in the air. 2 more trips around the speedway for Matthew Everett in that 06 machine. Josh Peacock running for 2, R.J. Klein for 3.
Klein running in for 3, and he's going to look for 2 here in the turn number 3 and 4. As this time by, we are going to see the white flag coming over the field. 1 more trip around the 4/10 mile. 4 car number 06 Twisted Motorsports machine of Matt Everett's leading the field now by 3 car lengths off of turn number 2. Josh Peacock and R.J. Klein, they're going to try to race it out for a second. Peacock going to take 1 more gainer for the race lead off of 4. Checkered flag in the air. Matt Everett's going to take down the win tonight in the UMP Modified Series here in Charlotte. Give Joshua Peacock there for 2nd. R.J. Klein for 3rd. Sawyer Swiatek gets 4th, and Casey Brunson a good solid top 5 run here through 40 laps. Todd, this one here was really a war of attrition, and nobody did it better. Matt Everett's, he bided his time, and that 06 car, it's going to look really good here in Victory Lane.
It's definitely going to look really good in Victory Lane. Matt Everett's doing a fantastic job. The Twisted Motorsports number 06 taking down the victory. So the 1 vote that he got, congratulations to the guy who picked Matthew Everett's out there in Facebook Live. The 61 of Josh Peacock, man, nothing to hold his head about, hang his head about. He finished up 2nd, had a good race. It just, Everett was able to take him there at the end, had the better car towards the end of that one.
Sure did, and the faster car took down the win there with Everett's Peacock and the R.J. Klein machine. We will talk about top 3 next on the post-race show, live at your source for esports racing. Do not go anywhere. Back here live on your source for esports racing, the Full Velocity Racing Network, where we are in post-race mode here tonight for the Eichstedt Wraps UMP Modified Series over at DWR. Matt Everett's picking up in over Josh Peacock, and our third place finisher once again on the podium tonight on the network again, the number 14 of RJ Klein. RJ, tremendous run here in these UMPs, man. These things handle a whole lot different than the street stuff.
Yeah, they definitely have a lot more horsepower and a lot more bite off the corner if you can find the groove. But these things are a lot of fun. Hopefully, we'll do another season after this one. I really enjoy racing these cars.
Oh, I do too, and they're something completely different than what we're accustomed to with DWR doing the street stocks. But out here in these UMPs, and the racetrack really seemed to change there as we saw the top lane kind of take over early, but once the low side started to come in, guys really got racy, and I think that may have played a role into the amount of caution flags we saw there through the middle part.
Yeah, the track was pretty good. I mean, we didn't have a whole lot of green flag as much as everyone wanted, I'm sure. But if it would have went green, it would have probably been a one-line track. But it was a really good track. It was really racy. Top, middle, or bottom, you could run pretty good and keep up.
Yeah, they did a heck of a job out here tonight. RJ, you get another podium finish, a solid top 3 run. We're live once again, the Full Velocity Racing Network on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. You know how this drill works. Thank whoever you'd like to thank.
I'd like to thank these guys at DWR for putting it on. Eichstedt Wraps for the wrap on the UMP, UMWA, Poskies. You guys for putting the broadcast on. Congrats to Matt for the win.
Absolutely right. Well, there you have it, folks. Down here, trackside, our third place finisher tonight aboard car number 14 is RJ Klein. We'll let him get back to his team, and we'll walk a little further down here, and we'll talk to another guy who had a tremendous amount of speed in that race car, including our Hard Motorsports quick time of the evening. It went to number 61 car of Josh Peacock. And Josh, you get a second place finish. I'm certainly sure not the finish you wanted, but second over here.
Yeah, man, it might not have been the finish I wanted, but after the night I've had, I'll take it. It's kind of one of them bittersweet deals, leading most of the race to losing it in the final couple laps. But yeah, those cautions killed me. I couldn't really get set in the rhythm, but Matt drove a great race.
He really did, and bided his time, and it looked like the low side began to come back in right at the proper time for him, as his car really liked it down there, where it looks like your car really seemed to have the speed and momentum built in up high. But as the top lane went away, so did it look like your race.
Oh yeah, like I said, it was definitely a tricky one.
Well, Josh, we had a hell of a lot of good time with you guys out here tonight. It's been a long night for us, so a couple of us went through 3 races out there, yourself included. So a second place finish to end the night for you. That's got to be bittersweet, of course. And out here, of course, on the Full Velocity Racing Network, live aboard Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Josh Peacock, my friend, the floor is all yours. Take it away. Thank whoever you'd like to thank for getting out here tonight.
Yeah, I think I'm my teammates over at Team H&L. Also, I thank Eric for putting this little series on. I thank UNG putting her up on the car. This thing looks outstanding. Also, I thank my wife for letting me come sitting here and do this all the time.
Can't do it without the wives or the girlfriends, of course. We appreciate all the sacrifice they make for us. And a good run tonight, that H&L number 61 car, Joshua Peacock. Second spot here tonight, live at the dirt track with Charlotte Motor Speedway. So we've talked to RJ. We have talked to Josh. One more to talk to, our race winner, Matt Everett in victory lane with the tall one, Mr. Todd.
Definitely down here in victory lane with the Twisted Motorsports 06 machine. Matthew Everett's taking down the victory here tonight. Looked like it played into your hands towards the end of that one, Matt. Looked like the track came around, your setup came around, and you were able to slide it right there by the number 61 machine and able to take down this victory. Yellows also helped you a little bit there, didn't they, Matt?
Yeah, the yellows helped a little bit, but they also were bad in the same time. And then as soon as we went single file, I kind of, off them couple green flag starts off the restarts, Pennock got the jump on me, but that last restart, I was right on them. I timed it just right, and I didn't lose them, so I knew I could get around them after that.
They're definitely able to get around him there after that, and so we put a poll out there who was going to win. Obviously, they thought Josh Peacock was going to win because he led most of the event. A lot of the viewers were voting for him, but there was a couple of viewers that did vote for you, Matthew. I know you were sitting back there waiting, and you were just waiting to pounce there. As it looked like you were saving your car right there behind Josh Peacock here tonight, and looked like the Trek kind of went high side dominant. Was that the case here?
I know a couple people were running the high side. The middle side worked best for me where the track was at, but then Josh was running the middle off that last restart, so I had to try the bottom to get around him, and I got drive coming out a couple corners, and as soon as I had enough time to clear him, I slid up and started working my way farther out.
All right, Matt, as we're all accustomed to here on Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing. The microphone, the floor is all yours. Thank you. We'd like to thank you for tonight's.
I like to thank Jim and the guys at DWR for running this modified fun race here and there. Full Velocity Racing Network for giving us a nice broadcast every time we race. And my wife for letting me do this, and everybody else that watches.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the win here in the Twisted Motorsports 06 driver Matthew Everett.
Yeah, and just let you know, Todd, you say, not many picked the winner. Well, I did, because my prediction would have been Matt, and he had a really good-looking car. Car was awfully quick, and he brings it into victory lane here tonight to wrap up an awesome night of racing here at the dirt track of the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Thanks to all of you that have tuned in all night long, and probably are sick to death of hearing our voices by now, so we can't appreciate y'all enough for that. Also, big shout to sponsors, of course. Going to thank Hanover Record Service, iRacing, iFlag, Voiles Trucking, BladeNode.com, South Texas Speedway, Montstar Productions, TDR Racing League, Hard Motorsports, Trash Panda Graphics, Evil One Graphics, and Full Throttle with the Gent. Thanks to all you guys out there watching tonight. For Ron Piles, for Jack Chewin, for Todd Stanton, Phil Licassi, we're going to sign off, but back here live tomorrow night with a big Full Velocity triple header. Be tuned out there as we spend the night over Hard Motorsports and 2 features over Dirt Swinging Outlaws. So for Todd, I'm Phil. We'll see you back here tomorrow night live. Another round of Full Velocity TV on your source for esports racing, the Full Velocity Racing Network.
Good night.